During the Sermon on the Mount, when Jesus refers to the salt of the earth, a Christian being salty, it immediately follows the Sermon on the Mount, where it immediately follows rejoicing in hardship, rejoicing during trials and in persecution, which I think is really good for us to hear today. We must remember to rejoice. We must remember to find joy in our quarantine. One of the greatest distinctions a Christian can have, one of the best ways to be salty, is to still rejoice in the midst of a trial. Because listen, our hope and joy is not found on earth. Our hope and joy, it's eternal. It cannot be shaken. This should be something, this should lead us to an unmistakable joy. It's salt to the world. Our joy that we find in Christ, it's salt to the world. It's valuable. It's what the world needs. We need to remember that our greatest hope right now is not getting out of our quarantine. No, our hope right now is that now more than ever, now in remembering that God is with us. Jesus did not leave us at the cross, and he won't leave us now. The God of the universe does not have a stay-at-home order. The God of the universe does not have to stay 6 feet away from us. The God of the universe owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, knows when the sparrow falls from the ground, and provides for the lilies of the field. The economy of God is far greater than a crippling economy. The God of the universe has given us a far greater gift than a check from the government. The greatest hope for the people around us right now is if the greatest hope that people have is a $2 trillion stimulus from the government or a coronavirus vaccine, we should be grieved and quick to show others, no, we have a much greater hope. We have an eternal hope. We have an eternal inheritance that is not dependent on the stock market. The coronavirus may infect our bodies, but it cannot infect our souls. We may be forced into isolation, but we are never isolated from the God who saves us. Brothers and sisters, the God of the universe who holds the whole world in his hands, he sees what's happening. He knows the struggle of the world, and he's not surprised by this. I don't know how God will use this for his good, but we can believe and trust that he will. I wholeheartedly believe that God is up to something.